Super dimensional gear. Oh, come on, it's even called super dimensional. Talk about Macross. Alright, transformation complete. Come on, monster, let's go! Let's do this shit, yeah! What is that? Pummel. Right. Booster on. That does not look good. Oh. Holy fuck, he's got 99,000. This is going to be a one-sided fight. Ooh. You taking the piss? I want to do a bit better than that, mate. Fucking hell. You're not going to last very long at this rate, son. Like I said. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, you're not. I'll make it like that. Macross wins! The Solaris mobile weapon was destroyed, which brought a sigh of relief to the continent of Ignis. Peace was signed, and after 500 years of division, the land of Ignis was once again united. Excitement spread throughout Ave, Nissan, Kislev, and Shabbat. The sky shimmered as if to celebrate. By the hands of Eli, Saitan, Torah, and Emeralda, the nanomachines had been dispersed into the atmosphere. That was when disaster struck. Our songs of victory were replaced by the sound of total pandemonium. In the beginning, we had no idea what had transpired. I'll work it out, motherfucker. You put some shit in the atmosphere. We witnessed inexplicable phenomena. People from all parts of the globe began to mutate into abnormal forms. It seemed to be triggered when the nanomachines removed the limited seal that was placed on humankind by Quillian in the past. The human form with its innate abilities released. That's when I remembered what Hammer said back in Solaris. His words were, what becomes of the normal humans? They turn into a splinter. That dumb motherfucker! So they are naturally germinating because the resurrection of God is near. Those who will become the body of Al-Shavan, servants. I never knew so many would exist, even without using a key. But some of them still have not yet begun to germinate. Are they not destined to be the flesh of God? Or perhaps those are the enemies of God. Let us reactivate the strategic points of the Soylent. At any rate, they are just incomplete mutants. They are useless now in their half-finished form. God's apostles. There cannot be any harm in having too many of them, can there? The more the merrier. Oh yeah. Oh shit, we fucked up. My plan is going precisely how I intended it. Ha 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 ha. The chains that restrained humankind have been removed because of you. But that doesn't mean there is anything wrong with our plan. Everything is still under control. In the event of the explosion in the capital of Solaris earlier, I had set up a nanomachine virus to diffuse into the atmosphere. I knew they were eventually going to break the seal, but the timing was a little close for comfort. The current mutations of the humans are an initial response to the virus. Once the virus we spread over the world germinates inside the humans, they are no longer the same. They change into a controllable form. We need humans that do not depend on the key's invocation in order to awaken. In other words, a being to take the place of the original body of God. It's like a Trojan horse released at the time of the assimilation with God. A literal virus, but isn't it different from what they intended? Of course, we can't let them have it their way, can we? The Ark of God is mine. Either way, it's fine by me. I would just side with whichever is the more certain one. One anyway? Yeah. Certain planet. Everyone's gone batshit crazy. The Soylent System. A group of facilities formerly created by Solaris. To feed people. Those facilities existed all over the Earth. It is said that originally these were used for biological experiments and brainwashing. The people who mutated into what they were called whales, or the true form of humans, gathered at these facilities. Some of the humans turned whales were attacking healthy humans and devouring their flesh and blood. Well, it's alright then, isn't it? That is because healthy human flesh and blood eases the pain of their sudden molecular changes and lets them live longer. Their lives were so short. Soon after, several mutated beings started to seek the flesh and blood of the less mutated beings. The Soylent System divides and merges those mutated bodies into on a molecular level. A set of facilities that will create a more perfect single life form to be used as a weapon. To bring God back to life. This was the truth behind the Gazelle's Ministry's end plan. Bring back Deus Ex Machina. God out of machine is the literal translation from Latin. Excuse me. Slowly forming. Why they picked a human biped. Go to those facilities and you will be freed from the unbearable agony. So people gathered, seeking fulfillment of this promise. There is salvation there, the news spread, although no one actually uttered it. A mutated blood probably told such people to gather there. We went there to destroy the solar system. The humans fought amongst themselves greedily for limited pardons to life. It was an ugly battle to keep one living, or so it may have seemed to the casual passerby. But to me, they were desperately trying to live. It was each person's natural human form. They were the haves and the have-nots. And among them were some of my former friends from Solaris. They wanted our flesh and blood. They told us the haves should share with the have-nots. They asked if a have, such as myself, could understand their pain. I couldn't answer. No matter what I said, it would have sounded like a conceited have speaking. Even so, I wanted to relieve their anguish, and I decided to do so. Just like the person in the memory of my dreams in the distant past. Then suddenly the system went out of control. The subtle mass, a monstrous organism still in the process of amalgamation, broke through the barrier of the life support facilities and stood before us. Feed me. My name is Ryback. No longer of human form, that which was once human began eating the people gathered there seeking relief. We had to fight it in order to save the people, and in order to save him. The eyes of that which was once human looked at me, bleeding for death, to take away the agony. What the fuck's this shit? Bah? What's this? Open menu? Okay. Right, well... yeah. Can we get on our gears? No. What's the point of that? I suppose so. I'll just save first. Right. Get rid of the pussies. Pussies! Fuck me, this guy's good. Bah. Bah. Let's burn them. Burn, baby, burn! Oh, that was shit. Yeah, you want to die, boy? Of course, we would have that useless pussy in our group, wouldn't we? Yeah, you're better with your sword than your magic. Take a hit and go away, mate. Right, now we have to deal with the big dude. What? You're not even facing in the right direction. There we go. Son of a bitch. Right. Alright. Okay, I'll be nice. And you can kill yourself, woman. Yeah, try to stay alive longer than 2 minutes, will you, dear? Fuck me. Might take a while. Well, basically. Haha. Nice. Don't know what I'm going to do with gold bullion at this point, but you never know. Satan, please lend me your sword. Please give me blood. Oh, sweet.
I'm sorry. I guess I couldn't help you after all. All I can do for you now is ease your wounds.
See me the sink out.
I'm so sorry.
Ellie?
Maybe not. Please listen to me. Stop fighting among yourselves. We are all humans. They was once. This facility was built by Solaris Ministry. It was created to implement their no-waste plan. Such facilities were to convert mutated humans into weapons that serve as tools for their ambitions. Just one part of their overall plan of racial purification. Just like the Germans did. And the British and the American, the Japanese, the Swedish, of course. Once you enter their umbrella protection, you can avoid absolute death. But is that human life? Even if you are the only one left, if you're devoid of a heart, what does it all mean? All of you want to be loved, needed by someone, so we look to each other, to others. No, we don't. By ourselves, we are lonely, so we try to draw close to live. That's what it means to be human. That's how people live. A single hand cannot clap. You can masturbate yourself. I mean, to relieve your pain, I'll give however much of my flesh you need. Therefore, don't throw away your dignity as humans. Don't let go of your human heart. Don't be stupid. What are you doing? You think I'm doing something foolish? Nah. I think you're a retard. I only did what I could. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. A well-to-do have. Maybe it's only pity for the have-nots. If I can know the joy of giving out a little of the life within me, then maybe someday I may just be possible that one human can truly give love to another. People can do it. I truly believe they can. That's why. Shut it. Stab the crack, woman. Anyway, I shall stop this here and I shall be back in a second. After that, we went from place to place, destroying all the silent system facilities located on the surface of the Earth and freed the people held at each of the locations. All the people that had been mutated were taken by Nissan where they received treatment. God damn, that must be a huge line. Those who had mutated only mildly were treated with Tora's nanomachines which reconstructed and revived them. They were able to return back to their normal bodies. Unfortunately, there were some that had such exaggerated symptoms that their treatment was not as promising. Trying to bring them back to a form that resembled a human was the best that could be done. However, mysteriously, they no longer fought each other for survival as they did when they were held by the silent system. Of course, their recovery from the physical pain of mutation may have played a factor, but it wasn't only that. The majority of the people received by Nissan were those that had been admonished by Ellie and had regained their humanity. Between her work in destroying the solar system facilities, Ellie also went around and nursed the people in Nissan. She aided the bodies of the mutated and lent an ear to those who had no other place to go for help. She was the very image of the woman who created Nissan, Mother Sophia. It became rumored that Ellie was a reincarnation of or a second advent of Sophia. Go to Nissan and you'll receive salvation. The news seemed to spread further about, and the people came from all over to be saved, both physically and spiritually. Free from the supervision of Solaris, the surface dwellers began to unite in one place. See, I wasn't joking when I said there's a lot of dialogue in the second disc. I mean, we haven't actually even moved anywhere yet. The germinating of those destined to be the body of the servant of God. As before, the humans are gathering in Nissan at this rate. Not to fear, this might actually be helpful for us. The time is near. Should we not prepare for those who are to become the fleshly body of God and those who will awaken God? The time has come to activate Geisha Key. What? Kane? What more do you intend to do? I cannot allow you to use the key. What are you doing? Without the resurrection of God, our purpose cannot be fulfilled. Or are you planning on perishing with God, Cain, without fulfilling our purpose? Your purpose. You were fated to it from your birth. Why haven't you realized that it does not arise from your own free will? I've heard enough. This is of our own volition. If you still insist on opposing us. Have you forgotten? You are my subordinates. I can destroy it if I so desire. We have already done our part. It is time to pass the helm to the next generation. The people will not perish. Was he tapping a key on the keyboard? Although the initial impact of being released from the limiter seal caused some momentary chaos, everything slowly began to settle down. We then began to search for the animal relics, the catalyst to transform gears into omni-gears. In the past, 10 relics had been recovered. It is said that about half of those are in the hands of the ministry. According to Severe, there should be several more English relics hidden in the land. We knew then that Solaris would most certainly be searching for them. There was no way we could allow Solaris to have them. We visited the place where, using archaic records, Sophia and her people have been able to get clues on the whereabouts of the relics. Following the information we obtained from there, we headed towards the ruins of what seemed to be an ancient civilization. Yeah, I'm going to save it here, and I shall see you another time. Bye bye.